This is Dr. Meenakshi. Today I am going to discuss sonnet on his 23rd birthday by John Milton. As we very well know that John Milton has composed his poetry making the basis of his own life, in which he has always craved for perfection. He has always craved for something he wanted to accomplish. So we have always seen seriousness of achieving something in his sonnets. Now in this sonnet on his 23rd birthday, let's recite the sonnet and try to find out what Milton has tried to give an idea about life, about the goal of his life. So from the beginning, how soon had time, the subtle thief of youth, stolen on his wing my 23rd year. My hasting days fly on with full career, but my late spring no bud or blossom showed. Perhaps my semblance might deceive the truth that I to manhood am arrived so near, and inward ripeness doth much less appear, that some more timely happy spirits endeth. Yet be it less or more or soon or slow, it shall be still in strictest measure even to that same lot, however mean or high, towards which time leads me and the will of heaven. All is I have grace to use it, so ever in my great taskmaster's eye. Now as that we recited the poem, we recited the sonnet actually, we got to know that basically Milton has used Petrarchan sonnet over here. It is a Petrarchan sonnet, although it's not showing any kind of expression of love, but it is showing a kind of a feeling in humans, a spiritual kind of a devoted feeling of a human being. Obviously it's having an octave and a sestet, octave and sestet styles over here. Talking about the rhyming scheme of the sonnet, we have youth with shoot, year with career, then we have truth with induth, this is A, then we have near with a pair, we had slow with so, even with heaven, high with I. So if we compile the rhyming scheme, it will be A, B, B, A, B, B, A, C, D, E, D, C, E. So this is the rhyming scheme opted by the poet in this. So let's taking the first two lines. How soon had time, the subtle thief of youth. Now here the poet has actually called time as a subtle thief of youth. So that has a personification in itself actually. The time steals the years of one's age, because over the time ripes the years of or the age of a person, it also matures, it also ripes. So here time is personified, and here the time has actually been taken as a thief of youth by the poet. So the poet is calling time as a thief who has stolen his youth. Stolen on his wing my 23rd year. That means now when he has composed this poem, or when he has created this composition, he is in his 24th birthday, and that means he is still a student at the Cambridge where he was studying. So at that moment of time, he is actually calling time as a thief who has stolen 3 and 20th year. That means the 23 years of his life he has stolen. Actually that shows now he is 24 years old. My hasting days fly on with full career. My hasting days, that means till now, till this day of my age, my days have been very hasting, very quick, on with full career, but my late spring no bud or blossom showed. Now here what poet is trying to say, that my hasting days during the young age, my days have been very quick, very abrupt, they have passed very quickly. And what is happening here? The late spring no bud or blossom shewed, perhaps my semblance might deceive the truth. That means till now, till this late spring, no bud or no blossom of growth have been seen in my physical appearance. Although my semblance, it is actually my appearance, might deceive the truth. Here the poet is trying to say, although physically I may look like mature, but from my inner side I am not mature enough. So my appearance is actually deceiving. It is deceiving the reality. I have not actually attained the maturity from inside. That means he wants some spiritual growth, he wants some inner growth that has to be there apart from the physical growth. So here somehow we get an idea that this poet John Milton, he actually considered physical growth along with internal moral growth a very important and essential ingredients of a human being. He is saying that I too manhood am arrived so near, and inward ripeness doth much less appear. Although the manhood appearance of maturity is there in the poet, but inward ripeness, that means the inner maturity, is still to be appeared, it is still to be attained by the poet. That somewhat timely happy spirits endure, yet be it less or more or soon or slow. That somewhat timely happy spirits endure, that means endure here actually is for appear. It appears that some people have attained that inward maturity or inward ripeness that I have not been able to. Yet be it less or more or soon or slow, it shall be still in strict and measures even. Now see, from this portion of Cecet, here the tone of the poet is totally changed. Till now, till here, in the end of this octave, the poet was very much unhappy about his situation, because he wanted a maturity at intellectual, spiritual and obviously at the physical level also. He is saying, although my physical appearance is stating that I have actually got maturity, but inward I am not mature enough. I have not attained that maturity that was expected of me at this age of mine. And although the other people who had also got that maturity at this level, he is very confused how they have attained the physical and internal maturity all together at this level. But he is feeling very optimistic. In the very next line he is saying, yet be it less or more, either I will attain that maturity, internal maturity, either less or more than the other people who had already got it, or soon or slow, either I will get it now or later, but I will definitely get it. This is what poet has stated from this. It shall be still in strictest measure even to that same lot, however mean or high. So now he is saying it doesn't make any difference what level of maturity from his inner part he will attain, but he is very optimistic that definitely he will attain that maturity. Someday, sooner or later, he will get it, either in a very quick way or in a very slow way, but one day he is going to have that maturity. It shall be still in strictest measure even to that same lot, however mean or high, toward which time leads me and the will of heaven. So it wholly depends upon the heaven, the Almighty, the God. It is totally His will, how He wants me to do it, when He wants me to do it, and what kind of preparation or situation will be there. So everything now he leaves up to the God, to the heaven. So he is very optimistic that he is going to attain that kind of a maturity. All is if I have grace to use it to so. But all this depends that I have that grace, I have that power to use that maturity. I have to make myself that capable enough that I will be able to take care of that internal maturity that I have attained. Because of the blessing of the God, I have got it. Now it is up to me. I have to maintain that grace. I have to maintain that standards with me that I will be able to use that very perfectly as ever in my great taskmaster's eye. Now here the taskmaster is the God. Now he is saying that God has blessed me with beautiful things. God has blessed me with this beautiful life. He has blessed me with the skill of composing beautiful verses and poetry. and I am very sure that I have a little immaturity in myself, in my inner self, but I am very optimistic about it, that sooner or later I will be able to get this maturity, and I will be able to maintain that grace so that I can be justified with that ability. Now here in the last line he is saying, all is if I have grace to use it so, as ever in my great taskmaster's eye. That means I will be able to justify my my birth, my creation that God has already stated, and I will be able to, I will try my best to prove myself as useful, worthless to my creator, creator, that is the God, the Almighty. So in this poem, on his 23rd birthday, John Milton has basically put forward his concept of seriousness towards attaining his goal. He is very much serious, he is very much dedicated towards God, and he is totally submitted to him, and he wants to serve his best. He wants to serve the God to his best, to his all levels. So that's all about the poem, and I hope that have been clear. Thank you and have a nice day.